Parents and guardians, get your children ready for a healthy back to school. Schedule a checkup with their doctor and dentist and make sure they're up to date with new immunization standards. A message from the Virginia Department of Health and Virginia Department of Education.
Meet Cattleman's Barbecue Sauces, the barbecue sauce built for your back of house, not your backyard. Trusted by pit masters, our regional American barbecue flavors help you deliver delicious dishes every time. They're true professionals when it comes to performance. Think ultimate coverage and cling with no starches or fillers. However you choose to use or customize for your kitchen's needs, we've got your back of house.
This is the DJV Download. I'm Doug.
I'm Jen.
And I'm Victoria.
This podcast made possible in part by Calitrin, the safe way to lose weight, Prevagen, keeping your brain healthy, and MyPillow, guaranteed the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own.
So there was a big derailment out in Iowa. We have 3 or 4 stations in Iowa. It would be interesting to get input. Anybody who listens, if you would like to spend a moment or two just telling us anecdotally what's going on in areas like Boone, if you're affected. Where actually did this derailment take place, Jay?
Near Sibley. It was about 2 p.m. Sunday. 47 cars were impacted. It was a freight train hauling fertilizer. And so they believe the fire was caused by the diesel fuel. And then the derailment was a result of the bridge collapsing. People had to be evacuated. Not hazmat.
Did it derail because the bridge collapsed?
Yes, that's what they believe. It was the result of that.
Infrastructure.
Yeah. Hazmat equipment was on the scene, but they haven't confirmed if it actually had to be used or not. But yeah, a lot of people had to be evacuated. This was a big thing. 47 cars on this train completely just...
Was it liquid fertilizer or was it granular, one would wonder? The liquid fertilizer would be more urea, and liquid ammonia, things like that, that is very combustible, although, as we know from Oklahoma City and other circumstances, a regular fertilizer can be extraordinarily, depending on what it's mixed with, very flammable. If the diesel fuel got mixed with it and there was a spark, that would create a huge, man, what a mess that would cause. So anyway, but nobody got hurt, right? Didn't look like
right.
Got
Yeah.
hurt.
Everybody's okay, fortunately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, what's the update on the tiger that's been wandering around
Houston? Yeah.
Houston, yeah.
Yeah, so the Bengal tiger has been found, less found, more so turned in by a woman. Her name is Gia. She had said that the tiger was staying at this country club golf course for about the past week. So while everyone was while everyone was looking for this tiger, the tiger was actually being kept safe somewhere else. And Gia is also the wife of the man who was arrested, who is claiming he's not the owner of the tiger, but everything is showing up that, it looks like you're the owner of this tiger. This tiger is 9 months old.
This is the same tiger. This is the same tiger from last week. Okay, so it's not just like there's an epidemic of roaming tigers in Texas. This is the same tiger.
Yeah, and the guy who was arrested, he wasn't arrested in connection with the tiger. He's arrested on suspected murder charges. So It sounds like someone's trying to go Carol Baskin.
Feed the murder victim like Carol Baskin did to her,
Yeah, it seems like he was getting that tiger for something. But 9 months old. Now it's at the Cleveland Armory Black Beauty Ranch in Murchison, Texas, 3 hours from Houston.
Speaking of Carol Baskin, she's also trending. How many people has she fed to, or how many does she want to feed?
Well, who knows how many she wants. Joe Exotic's on that list, but she is accused of feeding her first husband to the tiger.
So why is she wandering around in the street still?
No one can prove it. There's no habeas corpus.
Show us a body. Yeah.
The guy disappeared, and then she changed the will and forged his signature, which the sheriff down there said he knows that that's what happened. But again, I guess they have to prove it. Yep.
Uh-huh.
She's pretty
what a
slick.
piece of work. Yeah. Okay, so Ricky Schroeder has accosted a Costco manager. Why is this news? Just because it's him?
Because he's such a D-bag.
Well, he was the one filming. So, he filmed the confrontation of the Costco manager saying, they were not letting him in without a mask. And he's saying, no, CDC says you don't have to wear a mask. It was that whole altercation. The Costco manager stood their ground.
Yeah.
We're going into the time of year when a lot of people who put on a lot of weight over the last year, especially over the wintertime, are trying to shake it. And here's Elizabeth Miller from Calitrin to help us focus on what we do now that's intelligent to lose the weight.
If you go to toploss.com, you can read up all on the science behind how it works. It's more of a health supplement that's giving your body back that collagen protein to rebuild lean muscle tissue naturally, to rev up your metabolism. We also have a huge spring sale right now. That's a great time to check it out, too. It's toploss.com, toploss.com. And if you have questions, you can chat with us online, or you can give us a call, 1-833-TOP-LOSS.
Lose the weight, keep it off. That's what Elizabeth is suggesting you will do, and the proof is in the pudding. Look at all the people who have had great success. Elizabeth, thanks for being here from Calitrin. Go to toploss.com. Use that discount code DJV at checkout. To the DJV social media department, and we have Golden State's Stephen. Is it Stefan? It's Steph. Isn't it Stefan?
Yeah, Stefan.
Right. I pronounce it with an E. He did pretty well in the NBA. What's that scoop here?
He has become the NBA's leading scorer. This is the second time in his career that he has done so. It's a big deal. It's pretty awesome.
He's a short guy, too, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And he's 33 years old. So Steph Curry and Michael Jordan are the only two that have won the title after turning 33.
How about that? Speaking of basketball, I see Kobe Bryant has been inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, some other greats inducted into the class of 2020, but they didn't do it last year, so they did this year, right? So
Yes,
his wife
that's
said,
correct.
never be anybody like Kobe. Well, we kind of all have been there. She's still suing everybody involved in the company.
Yeah, the
that
helicopter
provided
company.
The helicopter. Yeah.
Yes, and I think, and also she sued, and I think has already won a big settlement with the sheriff's department, who took those pictures.
Yeah,
and then
those
some
photos.
firefighters also
damn
took
outrageous.
pictures, and they were fired. She's giving the money to the other families, though. Whatever she makes from the, I mean, obviously she doesn't need it,
Yeah,
but
she didn't need
whatever
it,
the
yeah.
money is goes
good
to the other
statement.
families.
Yeah. All right, here's another interesting thing from the world of sports that will be trending. Those who were fans of Marv Albert, the legend, and I think the legendary name, the adjective goes with him. He's been doing a lot of sports all of his whole career. He's been doing NBA play-by-play for 20-some years. He's calling it a year, a day, if you will, a career after the playoffs. You know, it's just this time of year, you know, you have hockey and you've got basketball. You can't get into it, or I can't get into it. Not that I normally do anyway. But with baseball, it seems that these things go on and on and on. At any rate, this guy has been a sports broadcaster for 61 years. Imagine that, ladies. 61 years he's been doing play-by-play. I think, if I remember correctly, there was a gaffe in here. He got caught doing something that he wasn't supposed to be doing, I think about 10 or 12 years ago, but then got back quickly into the broadcast booth. I think he and, I don't know, I can't remember. There was something anyway.
A sexual assault scandal in 97.
97, okay, right. All right, and he is one of those guys that wears a terrible toupee. Okay.
CJ,
Other than that,
he can't help himself.
Good luck to him in his retirement. Guys like that, though, what do they do in their retirement? You know, you think about it.
Speaking engagements, they write books.
Yeah.
Yeah, give their memoirs. He'll be 80 next month.
Yep. Yeah, been at it a long time. He still sounds good, though. Voice has a great voice. All right, Prince Harry is trending. Jay, why?
He is taking some heat for calling the First Amendment bonkers. He was on an episode of Dax Shepard's Armchair Expert, and they were discussing the media quote-unquote feeding frenzy that arose from when he stayed at Tyler Perry's Beverly Hills mansion. And he was talking about the First Amendment and how he doesn't understand it. And I mean, that to think about that, like, you know, America, we have the First Amendment, and other countries that don't have that, it doesn't make sense.
They don't even have
to
a
them.
constitution in England.
Yeah.
You are a citizen at the behest of the Queen. That's it. The Queen is all powerful. You have no real rights in England or any of the Commonwealth nations. And if you look around, the constitutions of most of the European countries are the same. The constitution that was redone after
the Nazis were thrown out in Germany. There are no rights. People don't have any rights, really. I mean, there's assumed rights, but they don't have them in writing like we do here. I think people, that's another thing about education. People just don't understand how different it is here in this country. We know on the surface the context of it all, but realizing, deep down ingrained in our reality, our freedoms are not like other countries. They really aren't.
Things I thought could never happen. Me in a punk band?
What?
We Are Lady Parts, a new original comedy streaming only on Peacock.
A confused mix of hash anthems and sour girl power. Syra, vocals. Aisha, drummer. Bisma, bassist. Mumtaz, band manager. And me, Amina, lead guitar.
You were really good until you puked all over the front row. Ew.
We Are Lady Parts, all episodes streaming now. Only on Peacock.
I'm Greg. I'm 68 years old. I grew up in Cleveland, Ohio, majored in business administration. I do motivational speaking in addition to substitute teaching. Part of the reason for my motivational speaking is I kind of feel like I have a calling or giving back to the younger generation. The golden rule is do unto others, you'd have them do unto you. My wife, Wanda, is a senior flight attendant. She's been flying for over 30 years. We do laugh quite a bit. I think most adults will start realizing that they don't recall things as quickly as they used to, or they don't remember things as vividly as they once did. I've been taking Prevagen for about 3 years now. People say to me periodically, man, you got a memory like an elephant. It's really, really helped me tremendously.
Prevagen, healthier brain, better life. Greg Fraley is a paid testimonialist and real Prevagen user, based on a clinical study of subgroups of individuals who were cognitively normal or mildly impaired. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
What's trending? Let's get to it now. Jay Kirshner has some things that are bubbling up. That's what you have fun, don't you, doing this? Kind of fun to get to the bubble and break it. I know how. Yeah. I see
all the
of
trending
these things.
scoops, celebrity gossip, what's going on.
So let's do the gossip for J-Lo and Ben Affleck then, because that is on the top of the social media hit list, the trending list. What's the good? Is this good or bad?
Well, her former publicist is speaking out about the possible renewed relationship between J-Lo and Ben from when they dated they were engaged from 2002 to 2004. And there are claims about the engagement ring, and the former publicist, thinks that J-Lo still has it. So, hey, that's already a step in the right direction. She already has the ring. She can just put it back on that finger, and they can pick up from where they left off. There are other reports, and J-Lo had even said that during their wedding, when they had to postpone it, and they were really considering hiring 3 different bride decoys and scheduling events at other places just to throw the media off. I mean, when they were at the height of their romance and engaged, that was when all of these gossip rags and stuff and social media and the paparazzi, that's when things were really becoming so big.
Yep.
And
everything blew up right around them.
Everything blew up.
That's part of the rumor is that's why, Ben is the one who called off the wedding. He called it off 2 days before they were supposed to get married. So
why?
The reason was that he couldn't handle all of the attention, that the paparazzi was everywhere, and it was just
too much.
It was really triggering him. Then he went to rehab after. So yeah, it was. But now, all these years later, he's living a different lifestyle. He's used to it. He spills Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee at least once a week in front of his house because he tries to carry too many things, and everyone has pictures of it, and he laughs about it now. So I don't know. I think maybe if they're older, wiser, and they'd give it another try, who knows? Maybe this could be it for them.
So she'd been married 3 times, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then engaged.
4 times.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. How come I know that? Yeah. So does she have the potential to be a real long-term relationship type person, or is this going to, does she just not have it in her? Some people don't have it.
Well, the publicist, this guy Rob Shooter, who's actually kind of a well-known gossip columnist now, he says that Ben was always the love of her life, and that other people have written tons of stories saying that she has never truly been in love except for with Ben. So if you think about it, she got it back in touch with him really quickly. This was not.
Was it her call to him or his call to her?
I thought that he was reaching out to her. Yeah, he was emailing her, and he'd even been caught in different interviews commenting on her and how amazing she is. I mean, he's always just had such great things to say about her and her work.
And how gorgeous she looks, and where is she hiding the fountain of youth. And, he's made lots of comments recently about her. So.
And how does she deal with his alcohol abuse and the things that have been...
She's a non-drinker, so that is a big question.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Nick Jonas. Is he a drinker or not? What happened in this? He fell off something on the set, right?
There's
a new TV show he's working on?
So there's a project he's working on. It's very hush-hush about what he's working on, and he suffered an injury during this project over the weekend, and it has not been said what the injury actually is, but it was bad enough that he had to be rushed to the hospital in an ambulance. He is back home, and he is scheduled to be on the next filming of The Voice, so... It seems like he's going to be okay. I want to know what this film, what is this project and why is it so hush-hush?
Dun, 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 dun. All right, the question about AT&T merging with all these outfits, I've said this like 5 times today already. It's now trending. This is a bad deal for everybody except AT&T. No matter the individual. Yeah, I mean, the individual user of these products is going to get screwed like they always do when these big mega behemoth companies get together. So look out. If the AT&T merges with Discovery and stuff, you're going to pay more. Nothing beats the feel of a MyPillow towel when you step out of the shower. Every MyPillow towel is made from proprietary technology that makes them highly absorbent and soft to the touch without any of that lotiony feel. Plus, with a 60-day money-back guarantee, you can try them for yourself, return them if you're not fully satisfied. Made with cotton grown here in the U.S. and available in a lot of different colors, each towel set comes with 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, and a 2-pack of washcloths. For a limited time, get the MyPillow 6-piece towel set, usually $109.99 for only $44.98. Use the promo code DJV when you go to MyPillow.com and click on the radio listener special square. Enter the promo code DJV. While you're there, take advantage of the deep discounts on all the MyPillow products. Let's get at it. MyPillow.com. The towel set for $44.98 now with the promo code DJV at MyPillow.com.
This is the DJV Download. I'm Doug.
I'm Jen. And I'm Victoria.
This podcast made possible in part by Calitrin, the safe way to lose weight, Prevagen, keeping your brain healthy, and MyPillow, guaranteed the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own.
Parents, get your children ready for a healthy back to school. Schedule a checkup with their doctor and dentist, and be sure they are up to date with their immunizations, including the COVID-19 vaccine if they're 12 or older. A message from the Virginia Department of Health and Virginia Department of Education. Parents and guardians, get your children ready for a healthy back to school. Schedule a checkup with their doctor and dentist, and make sure they're up to date with new immunization standards. A message from the Virginia Department of Health and Virginia Department of Education.